Hello friends, my today's topic is stereoisomerism. So before start with the topic, let us discuss about what is stereoisomer. So stereoisomer is nothing but it is a kind of isomer which having a same molecular formula and same structural formula we can say, but differ in the manner their atoms or groups are arranged in the space are called stereoisomer. Again I am repeating, the isomers which having a same molecular as well as the structural formula but different in arrangement of the atom in the space as well as we can say in 3 dimension, it is called stereoisomer. There are two types of stereoisomer. One is configurational isomer, another is conformational isomer. Let us discuss what is configurational isomer. So it is a kind of stereoisomer in which it cannot be interconverted unless a covalent bond is broken are called configurational isomer. It is a kind of stereoisomer which cannot be interconverted unless a covalent bond is broken, that is called configurational isomer. And these kind of isomer generally separated under normal conditions. So configurational isomer is again, there are two types. One is optical isomerism or we can say enantiomerism, another is geometrical isomerism. Now let us see optical isomerism as well as the enantiomerism. So it is a kind of stereoisomer which is related to each other as an object and it's not superimposable mirror image. So compound which having a not superimposable mirror image which is called optical isomer or we can say enantiomer, which is derived from Greek word enantion, that means opposite. The optical isomer can also rotate the plane polarized light to an equal degree but in opposite directions. The property of rotating a plane polarized light is called optical activity, and such compound is known as a optically active compound. So compound which can rotate the plane polarized light which is called optically active compounds, and optical isomer having a similar physicochemical properties. Now let us see one example. So this is a structure of lactic acids. This is a mirror and its mirror image. So if we look at the structures of lactic acid, so both are mirror image of each other, but mirror image that is not superimposable, so which can be considered as an optical isomer or we can say enantiomer. Okay. So here the symbol negative which indicate levorotatory compound. Levorotatory compound means the compound which can rotate the plane polarized light left side or left hand sides, or we can say anti-clockwise or we can say counterclockwise. So compound which can rotate the plane polarized light left side, then it is called a levorotatory compound. Compound which can rotate the plane polarized light right side, then it can be called as a dextrorotatory compound. Let us take a simple example. See the movement of the car. So it is anti-clockwise. Again movement of the car, this is clockwise manner. So by this way we can say dextro as well as the levo compounds. Another is geometrical isomer. So geometrical isomer is nothing but kind of stereoisomer which differ in their spatial geometry due to restrict the rotation across the double bonds. So it is a kind of isomer which can restrict the rotation around carbon-carbon double bond, which is called geometrical isomer. Such kind of isomer it is also called cis-trans isomer. Let us say the different example of geometrical isomer. So it is a structure of 1,2-dichloroethene. So it can be represented by two way. So there are two different isomeric form of this structure. So in this form it is called cis-1,2-dichloroethene because of the both the chlorine group are on same plane. That's why it is called cis isomer. And in this structure both the chlorine are opposite side. That's why it is called trans 1,2-dichloroethene. So trans isomer of any molecule that is more stable compared to cis isomer, because of in trans two bulky group are on opposite side, so distance are more, so there is a no steric interaction or steric hindrance is taking place. Due to that, less energy required compared to cis isomer. So trans isomer of any molecule that is more stable compared to cis. Now next is conformational isomer. So conformational isomer, that means it can be interconvertible at the room temperature without breaking a covalent bond, which is called conformational isomers, also called conformers, also called rotamers. So such kind of isomerism is observed with carbon-carbon singly bonded compound. So such kind of isomer can readily interconvertible, so they cannot be separated under normal conditions. Okay, so there are two types of conformational isomer. One which conformational isomer resulting from rotation around single bond, and conformational isomer arising from amine inversion. Let us see one by one. Conformational isomer resulting from rotation around single bond. So in any molecule, if it is two carbon attached by single bond, so both the terminal atoms, it can easily rotated because it is attached by single bond. So such kind of stereoisomer, which is called conformational isomer, because of the single bond in the molecule, it rotates the continuously, and the compound contains single bond have many interconvertible conformational isomers. Say for example, chair and boat form of the cyclohexane. So this is a chair like structure, so it is called chair form of the cyclohexane, and this is a boat like structure, this is called boat form of the cyclohexane. Now chair form of the cyclohexane, which is considered as a more stable form compared to boat form, because of in chair form all hydrogen are in staggered form, while in boat form all hydrogen are in eclipse form, and staggered form of any molecule that is more stable compared to eclipse form. And next is conformational isomer arising from amine inversions. So in ammonia molecule, nitrogen atom having a pair of non-bonding electron, so which allow molecule to turn inside out rapidly at room temperature. This is called amine inversion as well as the Walden inversion. So if you look at the structure, this is ammonia molecules, nitrogen containing 3 alkyl groups, and it's a non-bonding electron, so it can rapidly interconvertible. So this electron comes at here at position of R2 after inversion. So 180 degree rotation is there, and due to that it is called inversion. So it is called amine inversion as well as the Walden inversion. This is all about of today's topic. Thank you.